They're trying to throw us out of here, meaning putting pressure to say, well, when are you going to be done? What do you mean when you're going to be done? It started at about noon.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Souderton, Pennsylvania, about to inspect this beautiful leisure travel van, Unity U24RL. Now stick around. We don't know what we're going to find. You don't know what we're going to find, and neither does our customer, but we're excited to update you at lunchtime.
All right, first glimpse. We've been here for, I don't know, half an hour trying to figure out where that unit was, because here they have 3 different places. They got detail, they got sales, and they got service elsewhere. So to find this unit was kind of a hassle, but it wasn't ready. But then they got it out of the shop and they brought us back down here. Thank you, they put us on the cover. Nice place. I can see this is a Class Super B specialist. They have a lot of Class Bs and what we call Super B or C, like this one. This leisure travel van is actually made in Canada. It's made in Manitoba. I know they're known for being a nice construction. We've never been through those. At first glimpse, it looks beautiful. And luckily, I remember the customer telling us that it wasn't de-winterized, which actually it has been de-winterized. So it was at the service shop over there. So far, so good. I mean, I didn't see nothing that hit me yet. Overall, it looks, and remember people, look is deceiving. And that's the thing that why you need an inspection. That's exactly why. Because who knows what we're going to find, and we'll see at lunchtime what is up for us today. Midday recap. Leave it to the Canadian. This is, so far, picture perfect. Yeah, it's one of the few. So one little details that I have, and it's not detrimental to water leak. So it's just right up here. I don't know if we can show, can you get there? So you can just see, grab my pen, you can see the cracks here. So that's just crack in the paint. So most likely, 99% chance, there's probably no water intrusion possible there. It's just the paint, probably the heat when it got out, so it just failed the paint itself and the clear itself. So other than that, the generator's working, all the sidewalls, I did my roof, the roof is impeccable. People should go in Manitoba, learn from leisure how to build RVs. This, the salesman was just telling me, it takes about 2.5 years before you have your unit that you've asked to put in production. So if you don't take the one that's available out there, it's a long time. That should give you an idea of the quality of construction that they put in those units. You can also have the Ford chassis, you can have the Mercedes, but we were just talking, the salesman and I, and talking about that, and sometimes even the Ford is better suspension than this, so go figure, but Mercedes is reliable. I think there's 27 miles on that unit. It came from Canada. Huh. So it even came down on a truck to avoid any mileage put on the unit. I'm just saying, because a lot of things that come from Indiana, they already have 1,000 miles because they came from up there. Just saying. Little details, the quality of craftsmanship that they want to deliver shows right here. I'm just saying, we'll see you at the end of the day.
So it's lunchtime. Come on inside and let's serve up some lunch. Can you imagine? These 2 seats right here turn. These are 2 seats. You can have dinner for 4 right here. Also turns into a bed, but that's not my job to tell you about that today. It's lunchtime. I found 2 things so far. 2 minor. Can you see this little dirty print right here? Fingerprints, right? That's it. That's what I have found. And the other thing that I'm going to show you is here in the back, which is the living room. It's also the bedroom. So yes, this is your Murphy bed. This comes down and I've pulled that down, made it into a nice bed. But this one cupboard right here catches right here. Can you see? It's just catching there. So it really doesn't open nicely. 2 things, almost picture perfect. I can't imagine what I might find by the end of the day. I'm really impressed. So let's talk about stow and go. We are stowed and we can go. We can get up, we can go to the bathroom, we can go to the shower, we can sit in the back because it's a leisure van, which is amazing. And there's no slide out, but the space in here, it's quite impressive. Guys, if you like our videos, please hit subscribe and don't forget to ring the bell so you'll be notified when our next video comes out. Give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just put C4BO. It means comment for Blue Ox.
End of day recap. They're trying to throw us out of here, meaning putting pressure to say, well, when are you going to be done? What do you mean when you're going to be done? It started at about noon. We'll let you know when we're done. Well, that becomes kind of a piss and match. So if you may, please, when you schedule your inspection, please let them know that it might be the whole day, because most likely it is. Luckily, we were here early this morning, so Laura and I had time. Lunch? Where was lunch? Yeah, we'll see that for dinner. I got no Canadian problem. I mean, I've got no RV problem at all, except for something that they wouldn't have known. Nobody would have known. But it's manufacturing. It's because we put it to the test, and they might not the whole way. So on every system like this, you have an off and on switch, propane shut-off switch. If you shut it off, well, now I shut off the main, but this shuts off an electric switch that's in your tank, hidden in the back underneath your frame. So you shut off the switch, there's an electric valve that shuts off the system. But it doesn't shut off completely the propane. So if I try to do a propane test, it's not leaking, it's actually feeding me propane all the time. So it's actually a life safety, it's a problem. So when you go to fill up your tank and, oh, you push this button and it works, if you didn't have a propane leak test done, see, this one will have to have the electrical switch addressed, because there is a problem with this. So it doesn't shut off the tank per se. So if you got a problem with the tank, that means that the tank is always supplying propane. Just saying, and it's minimal. It was going down slowly, but this is a defect, so it's got to be addressed. You wouldn't have seen that if you would have picked up your travel trailer, your fifth wheel, your Class A. You don't. You don't check this. You don't put the instrument to it. And believe me, on their probably didn't inspect list, yeah, you're right, it probably wasn't inspected. So other than that, this is phenomenal. I'm happily surprised to see something that is well built for the first time, and whatever manufacturer that want to make a challenge against them, they better find a way to have a good way to be as good as them, or to become as smart, well crafted as them. I'm happily surprised, and yet it is exciting to see that something is finally well made. So that's gratification for us in our job. So now let's go see what Laurel had to find inside, and I know it wasn't much, if ever she even did find something. Let's go check it out with her.
So it's the end of the day, and yes, I am super excited to tell you all the things I found. Not much, but let's start here. Just a little bit of dirt here at the bottom. Guys, this is so minimal. Yes, it's light leather, so a little bit of washing is all that's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's pretty amazing. The convection oven was great, so it doesn't really even heat up that much in here, which was nice. AC was on, and I was still able to bake some brownies. The only other thing that I really found was this handle right here. And you can see that it's dirty because everybody grabs it when they come in. Picture perfect. Almost picture perfect. I couldn't be happier. This was a breath of fresh air. It was so much fun to do, to not find things that are detrimental to the owner picking this up. So one thing I was thinking that he might want to add to this is snap pads for his jacks. So that's one thing, and you could too. We have a link below, save you 10% on yours.
It's not all about the destination. It's all about the journey. It's not all about the destination.